Hey kids, welcome to Glen's Drum Emporium. I bought a couple of kits in Ottawa, drum sets that is. I had a good friend boot over from Kingston. He has a cottage up here in the Sioux, or St. Joe's area anyways, and so he booted over and snagged them for me on a strip down. They are a vintage 1970s Hoshino kit, which is basically the same kit I had as my first kit, which I still own. This is a slightly different variation where the lugs and everything else are the same except for the tom holders. This is the year after mine. They only made this copper color 2 years. This one's in pretty rough shape with some cracking in the finish, and I may have to peel it off and reseat the finish on two-way tape, and hopefully it holds. But I bought this more as a nostalgia thing. This is a very rare Baxter kit. The Baxters were made late 1969 and into the 70s. They were made by Pearl. As you can see, the lugs on them. The one difference is with these lugs is they are thick and not the cheapies like that are on kits nowadays. This also has a leather or vinyl covering. It's kind of weird, and the finish is pretty much mint, so I'm going to take it all apart, clean it, and I may even use it this weekend just for fun. They're mahogany. These ones have the bearing edges already on them. Most of the Baxters did. The Hoshino kits, their bearing edges were not a 45, so I'm going to put a 45 on them. I did that with my own kit. This is actually an original Hoshino snare. Hard to find. I still have mine, but they're very hard to find because it's one of the few things they switch out and dispose of. Along with the deal came a Ludwig cymbal boom arm from the 70s. You can tell the logo is 70s, and the plastic tightening screws on it. Also, somebody put on the bass drum a Ludwig tom holder. I was looking for one, and so that's nice to find one of those. I can put it with my Hoshino kits. As you can see, the finish is really cracked here. It's probably in a furnace room and got too much heat, not enough humidity. That's common. The Hoshino floor tom, this one looks overstretched. I'll probably replace that with a little more modern one anyways. The other win in this deal is I was looking for a vintage WFL snare stand to go with my 1957 WFL drum set, and wouldn't you know it, I get one with this drum set package that I bought. And then we got these mysterious little items that were used as cymbal stands. They won't be used as cymbal stands anymore, I don't think, but I'm going to use the bases probably for maybe mic stands, because with cymbal stands that's a bit too tall. You need lower, but we'll see. I like welding stuff up. So a friend of mine got me some old drum heads, and so did another friend the other day. So I've definitely got skins to start this year's batch of kits. Now here's a nice deal. I got 20 plus cymbals here from Dave at Dave's Drum Shop in Ottawa. So that is a lifesaver for me for my Christmas kits. He donated them all. I've gone through them all and they're all usable except for one, so that's beautiful. The kits came with some weird pedals. They'll be taken apart, tuned up, and put back into action. A minimal hardware here. It's the original Hoshino snare stand, which you almost never see those, and the original Hoshino hi-hat stand. Again, you never see those because most people rip them up and use them as hockey sticks. And now, if the deal, I bought all that stuff for $275. So I might donate the Baxter kit, but I kind of like it. I had one when I was a kid. I was buying and selling drums back in the day, and I wish I'd kept one because nobody believed me that drums were actually covered in vinyl and leather at one time. I'm sure it sounds horrible, but it looks cool. It's like alligator skin on it. This kit I'm keeping. I bought it to put with my other one to make a bigger kit, but seeing the condition of it, I'm not sure it's worthy of my kit, because my kit's in good shape. We'll see. Anyways, this is the rare part of this deal, along with a WFL snare stand. This is a John Gray Autocrat snare made in London, England. And it's got die cast rims, and to most people when they see these, they think cheap. But actually John Gray made great drums before they were bought out and changed in the late 60s. This is actually, this snare I believe is called a Meteor, and it was made between 61 and 66, I believe. I'm going to double check on that. And it looks like a chrome snare, but it's actually chrome over brass. And you take a magnet. Magnets don't stick to brass. So this was John Gray's answer to the Ludwig Superphonic snare, and we all know that Ludwig snare is legendary. Well, this one at the time people thought was edged out on sound. I'll believe it when I see it, but I have one and I don't care. So it was a nice surprise because I couldn't tell in the photographs on the site that I was buying this stuff from. So it needs a major cleaning. It isn't by no means mint, but it actually has the original strainer, even though it's missing a few of the strands. And someone put a Ludwig bottom head on it, which is 70s one. So even the top head is dirty, but still looks in fairly good shape. These have these slotted tension rods. A few of them have been replaced, so it looks like just one here, and yeah, it looks like just one. So, and I have some spares, so I'll have all the originals on it. They take a special key or a slotted screwdriver. And the interesting thing about this snare is the release. And the whole point of this snare was it's not an on and off like most. It is made to, or was originally made so that you could adjust it anywhere, and instead of a thumb screw to tighten the strands, this was your way of doing it. And it used to, or supposed to stay. This one obviously doesn't, but I know there's a special gasket in here, a special material, and it's probably gone. And this, whatever this gasket was made of, it's a special material, and very hard to find, so I'm sure it's missing or rotted. Actually, I feel it, but it might be only part of it. So that was the magic to this snare release. It's also a longer snare strainer underneath, so almost impossible to find replacements. So I'm glad that's got the original. I may, by luck, have one in my stash as a backup. So there we go, a John Gray. I can hardly wait to dig into that one. I might even use it this weekend just for fun. Okay, that's it, kids, for Glen's Drum Emporium. And there's Diane. She's watching me do my documentary. It's hot. It's about 90 degrees in my garage. So what? A drumentary. That's hard to say. So I'll clean these kits up and show you them when they're all done, probably in the next week or so. Okay, just to finish this off properly, I'd like to thank first Rick Dotson. He donated a bunch of drum heads a few days ago. Always good for the cause. He's helped out tremendously over the years that I've been doing this. He's also helped feed my plastic model car addiction with a donation to that. Chris Deschamps, he was a Sioux guy for years. He's Kingston now, but comes up to his camp, and he's always donated drums, skins, parts in abundance over the years. And what he does is he likes to visit music stores on the outskirts of where he lives, and those stores have donated tons of stuff in the last few years. And this year, no exception. We've got Dave's Drum Shop, and I'm trying to get business cards from these guys so I can send them off with the drum sets. If you ever need any of the merch for your kit, parts, skins, whatever. And am I forgetting anybody? This year right now we're in a slow start. I still have a few kits left over from last year to give away, just so the way COVID and the lockdowns have gone, it's screwed everything up. But we're gonna plow through it this year. We probably won't have as many kits, but the way things have been going with the lockdowns, that's fine. We'll keep it to 4 kits, probably, maybe 5. I got another one in there about a month ago that's got to be tuned up and refurbished. Anyways, thanks to all those people and my wife for letting me do this, because it takes a lot of time, and she actually helps out too, enjoys it. And anyways, peace out.